Today is Thursday, April 23rd. Welcome to this edition of Nevada County Now. At the time of filming, there are no new cases of COVID-19 to report. In fact, due to the way cases are reported, Nevada County Public Health has revised the laboratory-confirmed cases from 38 to 36, 24 in eastern Nevada County and 12 in western Nevada County. This is because the data is being tracked by each county's health department. Regardless of where the test is performed or where the patient may or may not be hospitalized, a confirmed case is listed in the county of the patient's primary residence. 2 cases were erroneously recorded as here when the patient in question has a primary residence in another county. To be clear, the patients may still be receiving medical care in our area. Due to HIPAA regulations, that information is not available, but the positive tests do not appear in our county's listed data. For the most current information, visit mynevadacounty.com/coronavirus. Last Wednesday, April 15th, County of Nevada Public Health Officer Dr. Ken Cutler issued a local stay-at-home order to help clarify local questions. The County of Nevada continues to stress the importance of everyone following local, state, and federal orders and asks for community assistance educating others on essential services and safe distancing. Answers to frequently asked questions on Nevada County's stay-at-home order are updated routinely at mynevadacounty.com/coronavirus/FAQ. For coronavirus questions, non-emergency and non-medical related inquiries, please email 211@connectingpoint.org or dial 1-833-DIAL-211 to talk to a 211 call center representative. The county has also streamlined a way to process complaints with regard to adherence to the stay-at-home order. Craig Griesbach, Director of Building Code Compliance Division, said, "We appreciate that the overwhelming majority of folks in Nevada County understand the gravity of the situation and importance of physical distancing. The more we do to share information and help others educate the community, the fewer unnecessary visits we need to make. As a last resort, we do have tools to address the handful of cases with the most flagrant disregard for the health of the community and those working on the front lines." Complaints can be submitted in 3 ways. Online at mynevadacounty.com/asknevco, by using the Ask Nevada County app in the Apple Store or Google Play, or by phone by calling 1-833-DIAL-211 to submit a complaint over the phone with a local 211 operator. Nevada County's certified farmers markets are set to reopen in May. With clarity provided from the aforementioned April 15th stay-at-home order, farm and produce stands are considered essential businesses. Producers and market managers are reminded that they should comply with the California Department of Public Health guidance regarding retail, food, beverage, and other related service venues that was issued on March 16th. The open-air environment of a CFM or farm stand, along with social distancing, will allow for a low-risk environment for residents of Nevada County to obtain the necessary and nutrient-rich foods for their family. Certified farmers markets and farm stands offer an alternative to shopping at a grocery store and have a lower risk as produce from a CFM or farm stand travels directly from the farm and is handled at a much lower rate than in the commercial system. Not to mention, produce sold at certified farmers markets and farm stands are at peak ripeness, freshness, and taste. Due to COVID-19, the Nevada City Classic bicycle race has been delayed. The Nevada City Classic will be held on the weekend of September 5th and 6th, 2020. The course is back to the original design by event founder Charlie Allert in 1961. This was done for the race in 2018 and continues to be a popular route. Register for this historic Pro-Am bicycle race and watch for other events occurring the same weekend. The 3rd annual Nevada City Classic Brewfest is on Saturday, September 5th from 6 to 9 p.m. The Brewfest will take place at the Three Forks Bakery and Brewery parking lot in Nevada City. The 2nd annual Nevada City Fat Tire Festival will be held on Saturday, September 5th from 4 to 9 p.m. in downtown Nevada City, bringing all things mountain biking to the Classic weekend. And a 5K run walk will be held on Sunday, September 6th. Starting at 132 Main Street, Nevada City, this family-friendly event will include a 5K run walk, kids' activities, entertainment, and post-race celebration ceremony. Watch for details on other Nevada County Cycling Festival events at nevadacityclassic.com, and remember to check in as the COVID-19 situation develops. This event, as all others that conflict with public policy and safety, is subject to modification or cancellation. For today's segment on fire prevention, we'll hear from Rich Adams with California State Parks, who discusses forest management.
My name is Rich Adams. I'm with the California State Parks, and I'm the Sierra District Forester. And the Sierra District covers a large area, 6 counties. Nevada County is one of them. I'm stationed up at Lake Tahoe at Sugar Pine Point State Park, and that's our district office, our district headquarters. And I cover 17 state parks. So I'm the district forester. I'm a California licensed forester, and I'm also a prescribed fire burn boss, and I'm a prescribed fire manager. So I'm managing our prescribed fire program on the district and making decisions on where to implement burns and when. Right now we're dealing with a lot of hazardous trees, trees that have died as a result of the drought. Even though the drought is over, there are still delayed effects of the drought, bark beetle activity, and tree mortality. So we have a long-standing prescribed fire program on California State Parks since 1973, and on the Sierra District since the early 80s. And typically we do our burns in the fall because that's the time when the weather is getting cooler and wetter. It's a safer time than in the middle of the summer. Also, it is a less sensitive time for wildlife than the spring. Spring is nesting season and baby season, so the baby squirrels can't necessarily run away like they can in the fall. We do surveys for nesting birds and for denning or habitating species ahead of time, but fall is definitely a less sensitive time and more representative of the pre-settlement fire regime. There probably weren't a lot of fires in the wet spring, but certainly fires used to burn all summer long and into the fall and into the winter months. And so one of the goals of the prescribed fire program is to mimic the natural function of fires and to restore some of that natural process. There's only so much we can do. We're really burning only very small areas, but that's one of the goals, is restoring the natural function of fire on the landscape. These areas that we pick for prescribed burning, it's not a one-time treatment. It really is a forever management scenario. And so now we're looking at reburning areas that we burned 10 or 20 years ago to maintain those previous investments. Roadsides are really important, both the public paved access roads and then also the interior parked fire roads. These are areas where first responders can come in and respond to an incident, either fight a fire or rescue people in danger. And it's also, those are escape routes. And then the road itself is a fire break, and so potentially the road is where a wildfire could be held along the edge of the road rather than jumping across the road. So roads absolutely are important for hazardous fuel reduction and safety, fire safety. We're definitely looking at all of our roads and prioritizing based on proximity to other resources and values at risk, and looking at escape routes, safety zones. There are a lot of factors going into this. Also currently areas of tree mortality. We're jumping around chasing these areas of dead trees because those become the most important for public safety. I would advise all of our visitors and really all of our neighbors to be aware of the weather conditions, and the National Weather Service does release a fire weather watch or a red flag warning, And those are really important to pay attention to. It's an indicator of critical fire weather conditions like dry, windy conditions, not necessarily high heat, but could include high heat. But when it's dry and windy, we all need to be extra careful and extra vigilant and watch out for each other. On a red flag warning day, the conditions could be where if there's an ignition, the fire is just going to get away. The fire's going to run. And so, on a day that's not a red flag warning, firefighters have a better chance of getting on top of that start. Initial attack is more likely to be successful. Really, any time of the day, whether it's nighttime or morning, the red flag conditions are a big watch out. Right now, we think we're experiencing climate change. It's been measured that maybe we're just a little bit warmer, 1 degree or 2 degrees warmer. And so, you might think, well, how does that affect, on the day of a wildfire, if it's 82 degrees instead of 80 degrees, either the air temperature or the temperature of the fuel, if it's just a couple degrees warmer, are you really going to see any difference in the fire? And where the effect is in the seasonal drying. And so, every night here in the West, here in California, it gets cooler at night and the humidity tends to come up a little bit. And let's say in the morning, you get up early to mow your lawn and it didn't rain, but the lawn is a little bit wet. Well, there's some dew. And that morning dew happens when the temperature lowers and the humidity comes up and you reach the dew point. And so over the course of the summer, if you have less days with morning dew, you're actually drying the fuels out on those nights. And that is something that's happening now. Now we're getting more nighttime drying than, say, 10 years ago. And we're experiencing fire behavior at night similar to fire behavior during the day. And this is a really scary situation, that the fuels are drier. So through the course of the summer, fuels are drier than they used to be. It's not necessarily that it's 82 degrees instead of 80 degrees. It's that fuel load is drier and more ready to burn.
Thanks, Rich. We'll leave you this evening with a clip from Homegrown, a new gardening show from our executive director Ramona Howard and her friend Lynn Muth, both master gardeners. Remember, stay safe, take care of each other. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hi there, I am Lynn Muth. I am an avid, sometimes called rabid gardener. I've been gardening all my life, and I'm passionate about helping other people become avid or rabid gardeners. If you have a black thumb, we'll help you turn that at least into a brown one.
Hi, I'm Ramona Howard, and like Lynn, I'm also an avid gardener, but unlike Lynn, I totally suck at it. So even though I'm a master gardener, I consider myself a newbie. Lynn and I decided to finally get together and create a show for people who are just getting started. For those that don't know me in the community, they probably know our garden. Our garden is the Big Blue Victorian on Mill Street. That several years back we turned the whole front yard into a garden, and past a year or so we built a white greenhouse out there. So that's my daughters and myself. So we want to welcome you to Homegrown, where we hope to help educate our community on how to take their lawns and turn them into grocery stores. So let's get started.